The college basketball season starts with 425 teams. Tonight it is down to 16 as we welcome you to the Babson Park Sectional for our first matchup between the University of Chicago Maroons and the Rhode Island College Anchor Women. Tyler Davey with you. So happy you could join us here from Stockey Gymnasium. These are two teams riding plenty of momentum coming into the matchup. Chicago has won 6 in a row. Rhode Island College has won 7 in a row. Something has to give here tonight. These are two teams that came off impressive fourth quarter, come from behind efforts in the round of 32 to get here. For Chicago, they eked by Whitman 56-54. They outscored Whitman 22-11 in the fourth. For Rhode Island College, they will be fearless to say the least. They went on the road at the number 3 team in the nation, Scranton, outscored them 23-12 in their own building and won by 7. Great matchup, the cream of the crop in college basketball. 2 of the last 16 standing. We'll have Babson and Marietta later as the opening tip is controlled by the Anchor Women in the maroon and golds. The Maroons of Chicago in the home white uniforms. Antonia Corsinetti. It's the corner. Madison Medberry. Dribble drive. Floater too strong into the hands of Grace Hines. Starting lineup. First, Rhode Island College. Antonia Corsinetti, a senior guard from Johnston, Rhode Island. Isabel Booth, senior from Newport, Rhode Island. She's a forward. And Angelina Nardolillo, center from Hinsdale, New Hampshire. Sophomore guard from Scituate, Rhode Island, Madison Medberry. And Janiyah Jones, a senior guard from Randolph, Massachusetts. Rounds it out. Nice little up and under scoop shot there by Angelina Nardolillo. One of the focal points offensively for Rhode Island College. Little East Conference Rookie of the Year a season ago. Starting 5 for the Maroons of Chicago. It is Marissa Poe, junior guard. Worked underneath here for Mallory Brodnick, senior forward. Ellie Gross, a junior guard. Grace Hines, a senior guard. And Sophia North, a junior guard. Grace Hines is able to answer back. She is one of the best players and most explosive scorers in the country. 16 points per game to go along with 7 rebounds. Scored her 1,000th career point in the first round victory against Northwestern Minnesota. That was 63-48. Chicago hosted the first couple of rounds. But here in Babson Park for the Sweet 16 and hopefully the Elite 8. Nice dribble drive there, Sophia North. She did enough in the early part of the season to garner UAA second team honors. 14.5 points per game through the first 15 games. The scoring has dipped a little, but still at 11.8. Shot wouldn't go there for Nardolillo. Grace Hines, double-double last game, 14 points, 16 rebounds. The travel called here on Sophia North. Anchor Women are 26-3, the champions of the Little East Conference, 15-1 in conference play. Chicago 23-4, they went 10-4 in the UAA. No conference tournament. They're one of the at-large bids. Looped up ahead, Nardolillo getting a touch on every possession here for RIC, and Nardolillo able to hook it over. A 2-time Little East second teamer. Averaging 11.5 points per game to go along with 7.5 rebounds here in the tournament. Hines stopped and was swatted. Janiyah Jones, that's what she's all about. Hard-nosed defense, back-to-back member of the Little East defensive team. Brought plenty of momentum into this tournament as the Little East Conference Tournament most outstanding player. Jump in the lane, contact there from Marissa Poe. She's going to head to the line. Looks like it was Isabel Booth.
The Rhode Island College foul is on number 3, Isabel Booth.
Booth, the senior from Newport, Rhode Island, picks up her first. And the roll is there for Marissa Poe. 71% free throw shooter this year. Goes 1 for 2 as Booth pulls down the rebounds. Early 5-4 lead. Well, for Rhode Island College, regardless of what happens here tonight, this has been a historic season. Their first Sweet 16 appearance in program history, and you can say that win on the road against Scranton is the most memorable and the biggest in program history. The Anchor women trying to build on it. Booth with 3 to shoot. Goes against the grain. Nardolillo contact right at the end of the shot clock. Free throws upcoming for Angelina Nardolillo. It has been the bulk of the offense here in the early going for Rhode Island College. Sophia North picks up the foul. Nardolillo with all 5 points here for RIC. 14 points, 8 rebounds last game. Another 1 for 2 trip. Offensive rebound pulled down there by Janiah Jones, and a reset with 20 to shoot here for RIC. Madison Medberry runs the point, sophomore from Scituate, Rhode Island. There's going to be a push there called on Chicago. Ellie Gross. Ellie Gross, her first, team second. Isabel Booth contacts, and a blocking foul is called on Chicago. Mallory Brodnick picks it up. Officials tonight are Michael Mata, Bill Tarpey, and Ashley Mayerjack. To the back door, nice slip, and the fine. Janiah Jones uncontested. Lead is back with Rhode Island College. Well, for Chicago, this is already a better start than they had in the second round game against Whitman. It's a 3, bank is open. Ellie Gross. Don't know if she called it, but give her 3 and the lead back with the Maroons. Chicago had just 4 points in the opening 10 minutes against Whitman. They trailed that game 17-4. It was that big come from behind effort. They were plus 11 in the fourth quarter. Inside, good defense there by Mallory Brodnick. Ross back out to the top. Off the bench is Bella Alfaro. It was swatted by Booth. That'll stay down this way. Marissa Poe tried to take it to the rack, coming off her first career double-double. 16 points and 11 rebounds last game. Made a career-high 8 free throws. She was 8 for 14 from the line. Marissa Poe was badgered, able to reestablish. Gross trying her luck from the right wing again. Doesn't get the roll. And the rebound there for Nelisha Munier. Munier, senior from Massachusetts, had 15 points off the bench in the opening round win against Rowan. Isabel Booth, head down, took it to the cup. Foul is going to be on the floor, and that's already the 4th on Chicago here in quarter number 1. Well, 4th team foul on Chicago and an early 8-7 lead for the Maroons. Game number 1 of 2 here tonight at the Babson Park Sectional, a round of 16. Andrea Williamson, year number 3 at the helm of Chicago. It's really year 2. They did not play in the 2020-21 season due to COVID, but 37-14 is a major step forward for her program. In the Sweet 16 for the 4th time in program history, looking to make just their 2nd Elite 8, their first since 2011. Inbound here for Rhode Island College, back and forth start to this one. Tyler Davey with you. So happy to have you with us here in Babson Park. Moonier trying to work inside, drag the pivot foot. Turnover on Rhode Island College. Chicago currently 10th in the nation in the D3 hoops poll, 12th in the WBCA. Rhode Island College receiving votes in the WBCA, not receiving in D3 hoops. Chicago hosted the opening weekend, wins against Northwestern Minnesota and Whitman. This is Grace Hines. She was a big part. Just left it short. Contested rebound will go to Rhode Island College. The Anchor women started with a 67-59 win against Rowan. And the big one, the upset, 62-55 against Scranton, the number 3 team in the nation. A result that sent shockwaves through this tournament. Rhode Island College has earned their way to this opportunity. 26 wins this year, the most in single season history. And a team that is really lauded for their defense. Antonia Corsinetti, senior, career game number 95. She was the LEC tournament MVP last year. Able to connect on the mid-range jumper. Teeter-totter first quarter. Rhode Island College back in the lead. This is Ellie Gross, averaging 10 points this year. Left it for Grace Hines, the leading scorer. Hines averaging a double-double here in the NCAA tournament. 16 points per game, 12 rebounds. Pass was deflected. Fooled Isabel Booth, out of bounds. Chicago possession. Angelina Nardolillo back in. She had the first 5 points of the game for RIC. Rhode Island College team that had an 18-game win streak this year. It took them from November into early February. It was stripped away. Janiah Jones. Contact there by Ellie Gross. That is the 5th team foul on Chicago. 2 free throws coming up as that puts Rhode Island College into the bonus. Ellie Gross will have to take a seat with those 2 early personals. Janiah Jones, 11 points in the last game. 72% free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first. LEC, most outstanding player. She had a double-double, 10 points, 12 rebounds. In the conference championship against Eastern Connecticut State. She rattles in the second. Rhode Island College up 2. This is Ashley Gow. 5 minutes off the bench last game. It's back again, Alfaro. Rhode Island College wanted to travel, but they have the rebound. One and done there for Chicago. All the way to the rack and a foul. Madison Medberry knew exactly what she was doing. More free throws upcoming. Bella Alfaro picks it up. Medberry, 72% free throw shooter, part of the LEC all-defensive team. One for 2. A 3-point lead, largest of the game for Rhode Island College. What has been a tightly contested first, under 3 minutes to go in it. Gal picked up her dribble, had it knocked away by Janiah Jones. Middle East Conference defensive team, 2 years running. That's her 63rd steal of the season. Another foul on Chicago. That goes against Ashley Gal. That is their 7th already, and more free throws upcoming. Rhode Island College in the bonus. Second trip for Janiah Jones to the charity stripe. Another 1-for-2 trip. That has been the theme here. Both teams shooting 50%. Rhode Island College 4 of 8 from the free throw line here in the opening quarter as fouls are starting to mount up for Chicago. Hines backed her way in, kick out to the top, step back 3 for North. It's a touch too strong. Rhode Island College, a very competent rebounding team. They are plus 13.2 on the glass. Left open for 3, Jada Bing. And a timeout, Chicago. Rhode Island College on an 8-0 run. They have opened up a 7-point lead. Jada Bing, the Fairleigh Dickinson Florham transfer, connects on the first look from downtown for Rhode Island College. .202 to go here in the opening quarter. Both these teams trying to extend their season to tomorrow. The Elite Eight matchup of this sectional will be at 7:30 p.m. The winner of this one will await the winner of Marietta and the host Babson. That game set to tip off at 8 p.m. Rhode Island College and Babson played each other earlier in the season. It was a 62-34 win for the Beavers. Well, here in this sectional, depending on what poll you look at, 2 teams that are ranked 10th in the nation. Marissa Poe trying to get a bucket for Chicago. It's gone a little bit stale on the offensive side. Offensive rebound and a 3 there for Sophia North. That is the 3rd offensive rebound of the game for Chicago. Second chance points for the Maroons. Bing left open again. Left wing 3, quick answer. Jada Bing getting back to full health. She was an impressive scorer at FDU Florham. 3 comes up short. This one brought down by Madison Medberry. Double-double last game, 12 points, 12 rebounds. I think that's so impressive. These rebounding numbers, Rhode Island College, the guards get activated on the glass. It's all the way through, blow by speed, Janiah Jones. The Rhode Island College lead is 9 as we wind down the opening minute of quarter number 1. A little bit of a stumble there. Madison Medberry got caught up with Mallory Brodnick. Just the second team foul on Rhode Island College, which draws a sarcastic cheer from the Chicago contingent. Off the screen, Alfaro. Kick up to the corner, couldn't be controlled there by Grace Hines. Another turnover. But a travel is called as Rhode Island College trying to take it up the floor, an unforced turnover. So grant Chicago an extra possession with the shot clock off here at the end of the first. .3 ticks left. The Maroons can hold for the final shot. Given here to Hines. Pull up from the free throw line. Missed everything, but she was fouled, and free throws upcoming. Shania Jones picks up her first. Got to give the shooter the ability to land. And Grace Hines, an 84% free throw shooter, looking for some points late here in the first for Chicago. She was 8 for 9 from the charity stripe, played 39 minutes last game. A gutted out victory against Whitman. And finally a perfect trip from the charity stripe for either team. Final 3 seconds. A charge is whistled as Medbear went right through. She picks up her second personal. She'll check out for Antonia Corsinetti. 1.2 seconds left in the first. One final heave, and that will be that. 10 minutes in the books. Rhode Island College off and running here in the Babson Park sectional. A lead by 7 after 1. A great start for Rhode Island College. They shoot 64% from the floor in the first. Chicago trying to get it going offensively, just 29%. Rhode Island College perfect 2 for 2 from behind the arc, and both belong to Jada Bing, the sophomore from Hamilton, New Jersey. Well, Chicago no stranger to first quarter deficits. They trailed 17-4 in that win against Whitman. Nardolillo uses the glass, able to bank it in. 7 points. Angelina Nardolillo. No sophomore slump this season. 13.3 points per game in the last 7. Member of the Little East second team this year. Alfaro double dribble. She picked it up, and another turnover on Chicago. That's their 5th. Rhode Island College with possession, trying to make it a double-digit lead here. Not only was it the most historic win in Rhode Island College history, going on the road, the number 3 team in the nation and beating them. It was also Scranton's first loss of the year, catch and shoot 3. It's a bit too strong there for Isabel Booth. Alfaro gives off for Hines. Hines, her 5th double-double of the season last game. Nice touch in the mid-range. Grace Hines has 6. And miscommunication between Jada Bing and Angelina Nardolillo will give possession right back to Chicago. Chicago started the year 11-0 and 16-1. Little blip on the radar It's a skid where they lost 3 out of 4 in late January into early February. They are back at their best. 6 wins in a row. Hines working her way in, finds Alfaro open in the corner. And contact as she brought it into the paint. Angelina Nardolillo picks up her first. The top with a fresh 20 here for Hines. Hines lost her footing as she tried to pirouette into the paint. Here comes Rhode Island College in transition. Medbury will just slow down the pace. Medbury just shy of averaging a double-double in the NCAA tournament. As Booth traveled with it. Moved both feet before her dribble. It's been a little bit out of sync here in the opening couple of minutes of this second quarter. Rhode Island College holding on to their 7-point lead. Poe trying to cut into it. She was swatted. Isabel Booth, the 5'9" forward, her 20th block of the year. Fired inside, Nardolillo. Rhode Island College will work inside to out with her. Janiyah Jones feeling it. She's got 8 points, leads all scorers. Janiyah Jones playing her best basketball. The calendar has flipped to March. Alfaro dribble drive on the top. Poe open for 3, off the mark. Medbury double figures in 12. They ran into no man's land and gave it free. Another turnover on Rhode Island College. Now this Rhode Island College defense trying to stifle Chicago. Chicago averaging just around 70 points per game. The anchor women allowing less than 51 per game at 50.9. That is 20th best in Division III. Jenna Cosgrove giving out instructions to Antonia Corsinetti. Cosgrove, year number 6 at the helm, and she has completely turned Rhode Island College around. 105-40 is Nardolillo heading to the line. It'll be the second on Mallory Brodnick, and that'll get Lindsey Carter into the game for the first time. Lindsey Carter, freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina, 14 minutes last game. Nardolillo unable to hit the first, 62% from the free throw line. Able to atone in the second, 8 points for her, 8 points for Janiyah Jones. And Rhode Island College a 10-point lead. Grace Hines swerves her way in, unable to hit the hook shot. 79th career game for the senior, hometown product from Chicago. Inside to out here for Booth. Booth, step back 3, cash. First points of the night, a nice touch from straight away for the senior. The lead is 13 for Rhode Island College, their largest of the evening. Five and a half to go in the second. Sophia North trying to answer. It's one and done for the Maroon. Rhode Island College slowing it down again. Team that has gone 30-2 the past 2 years in the Little East Conference. They beat Eastern Connecticut State on the road 61-52 in the conference championship. They're becoming a juggernaut in New England. They're taking all that success in the regular season with them here to the tournament. First Sweet 16 all time for the Anchor women. Gow inside and too tall. They try to get it for Lindsey Carter. Rhode Island College growing the lead. It's up to 13. So step aside here. Immediate timeout in the second quarter. All Anchor women here from Babson Park. Rhode Island College has started the game shooting 63%. Chicago just 24. Not hard to see what the difference has been here in the early going. It's the Anchor women with a 13-point lead. Tyler Davey with you from Stocky Gymnasium, the campus of Babson College. Momentary whistle. The officials over at the scorer's table clocked in run right away as they'll take 3 seconds off it. Rhode Island College also +6 on the glass. Looking for win number 27 to grow on what has already been a record-breaking season for the Anchor women. Janiah Jones has 8. Isabel Booth thought about the 3, 2 to shoot, got to take it. A shot clock violation, good defense there for Ashley Gow. Tremendous atmosphere we have here from Stocky Gymnasium. Both teams well represented. Rhode Island College, just an hour south. Trip up 95 here to Babson Park. Hines, right wing 3, why not? Half of Chicago's scoring here tonight has come from Grace Hines. The senior leader has 9. Deficit cut to 10. Pick and roll, Booth got open, unable to hit the runner. It's reset. Alicia Munier, contact, free throws upcoming as Lindsey Carter picks up the personal. Alicia Munier, 47% free throw shooter. Exploded for 15 points in that opening round win off the bench against Rowan. Senior having a career year. This is career game number 77. She comes up empty from the free throw line. Still 3.5 minutes for Chicago to cut into this deficit before the break. Poe finds Gow in the mid-range. Fakes the shot this way and that. Unable to scoop it up. Madison Medberry playing a much bigger role this year. Breakout season. Doubled her scoring output from last year. Also has started all 28 games that she's appeared in. Offensive rebound right to Bing. Isabel Booth calling for the screen. Unable to shed Alfaro. Medberry catch and shoot three, a bit too strong. Chicago trying to go with pace. Well, the best way to beat a good defensive team is to not allow them to settle into the half court. Hines backing in, Jones all over. Hines gets her own rebound. And finally some contact and a whistle. Second personal on Janiyah Jones. Inbounded with a fresh 20 here for Chicago. Alfaro from the corner. High arcing rebound brought down by Isabel Booth. Rhode Island College now +7 on the glass, +13 this season. Chicago fans growing increasingly frustrated with the officials. Della Alfaro picks up her second personal and the team's third. That gets Ellie Gross and her 2 fouls back into the game. Everyone that's appeared for Chicago has picked up a foul outside of Grace Hines and Marissa Poe. Chicago team that has 4 starters averaging double figures. Nardolillo backing in, unable to hit it. Ellie Gross, member of the UAA second team, averaging 11 points in the tourney. A hand check foul going to be called on Rhode Island College. Goes against Deja Middleton right into the game. Middleton played 5 minutes in the win against Scranton. Final 100 seconds of the first half. Half that has been played at Rhode Island College's pace. They have stifled the Chicago offense, holding him to just 23% shooting. Isabel Booth, pull up from the free throw line, swish. Booth with 5 points. The leading scorer for Rhode Island College, averaging 12.2 this year. Middle East first teamer. Ross left open, left wing 3, contact. An offensive rebound for Hines. No, another one brought down by Chicago. Lindsey Carter, 7-footer, got it. That's a third chance opportunity there for Chicago. Trying to up the ante on the boards. Draw more of a presence on the offensive glass. Extra pass to the corner, Medberry open. Unable to hit the 3, and Hines unable to save it. Shot clock still on, it's at 20. Possession stays with Rhode Island College. Nardolillo tight ropes the baseline off the glass and in. First player into double figures, she's got 10, and the lead is up to 12 for Rhode Island College. Shot clock is off. Straightaway 3 for North, no. And that will put an end to half number 1. Rhode Island College dictating the pace. They hold Chicago to just 7 points in the second quarter. And it's the Anchor women that will take a 12-point lead to the break. So we step aside for 15 minutes here from Babson Park.
The NUMEC was formed in 1998 when the New 8 expanded and offered opportunities to men's programs to compete. conference was built on tenets of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and expanded its opportunities in sports programs through the years. And we try to focus on the success of our student athletes, both academically and athletically.
As a conference, we embody excellence in the fact that every institution has a commitment to providing a high-level competitive experience for student athletes. Numerous top 10 finishes within the Lear field. We have national championships. We have Elite Eights, Final Fours, numerous academic and COSADA All-Americans. We push one another to be better in order to realize that ultimate goal of being the preeminent conference in Division III.
I'm a very proud member of the NUMAC conference. And so when I think about the word integrity and think about how that word really was a founding principle for the New Eight and how that has continued on as we welcome men into the conference and expand to the NUMAC, it's really, again, something that drives this conference, drives most of the decisions that we make. Student athletes who at the end of the day, all decisions are based on what is best for a student athlete, whether that's about the competitive experience or supporting their academic endeavors as well.
The word respect means a number of things to me, especially as it is demonstrated in the NUMAC League. We have a great respect for our students, a great respect for our colleagues, and it's demonstrated in all of our not only preseason play, season play, and postseason play. And so to have that respect for each other on the field, on the ice, wherever they may be playing, for me is paramount.
It's really not about the individual institution and what they need and how they reach their accomplishments, but it's really about all of us collectively making each other better, come together as a group to really do an excellent job for our student athletes, our coaches, our families, and our institution.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, being a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Welcome to the beautiful campus of Babson College, located 14 miles west of Boston. Our athletics department features 22 varsity programs, and we are proud of our tradition of success. We are home to 5 Division III national championships and have sent 16 of our programs to the national postseason since 2015. The $52 million state-of-the-art Babson Recreation and Athletics Complex is home to the Beavers' 22 varsity programs. Completed in the summer of 2019, RAC includes a 3-court recreation center, a 2-story fitness center complete with cardio and strength training equipment, and updated locker rooms for all teams. The new 75,000 square foot space also features a new athletic training room, film room, and multi-purpose spaces for athletics and community events. Stockey Gymnasium, home to Babson's men's and women's basketball and volleyball programs, also went through a renovation last summer that included a newly redesigned floor, composite bleachers, and hand-sewn banners. The indoor track overlooks the gym and the department's varsity-only weight room, the Lunder Performance Center, while the new Hintley and Family Indoor Golf Performance Center sits next to Lunder. Morse Pool, which is home to the Beavers' men's and women's swimming and diving programs, is across from the Roger and Rico PepsiCo Pavilion. Adjacent to BRAC is Babson's Outdoor Facilities Complex. Field hockey and the men's and women's lacrosse programs play at McDowell Field. Hartwell Rogers Field features one of the top natural grass surfaces in the country for men's and women's soccer, and Alumni Field is home to the softball program. The Beavers' new state-of-the-art 8-court lighted tennis facility is a short walk from the softball complex, and down the hill is the Babson Skating Center, which houses the men's ice hockey program. A short walk from the upperclassmen residence halls and accessible from Route 135 is Gavoni Field, the home of Babson's baseball program. Finished prior to the fall of 2019, Babson Commons at Horn Library is home to technology-enabled classrooms, the Stephen D. Cutler Center for Investments and Finance, and academic resources such as the Math, Speech, and Writing Centers. Opened in the fall of 2019 during Babson's centennial celebration, Carrie Murphy Healy Park celebrates the college's long-standing commitment to global diversity and impact. The park features the iconic Babson World Globe, the Centennial Walkway, and the Fountain of Flags as a show of respect to Roger Babson in his dream of appreciating the world as a whole. Located across from the Globe, the Reynolds Campus Center is a hub for on-campus activity. Whether visiting the campus bookstore, checking your mail, grabbing a bite to eat at Crossroads Cafe, or just relaxing, Ray's is a popular hangout for students, staff, and professors. Opened in 2018, the Weissman Foundry provides a creative space for individuals, groups, and entrepreneurial startups to collaborate, experiment, and build. The Foundry has the tools and resources needed to take ideas and concepts to the next level. The Park Manor Quad, located just off College Drive, is home to 4 residence halls, a newly renovated green space, and the Schlesinger Innovation Center, which was specifically designed for work in foundations of management and entrepreneurship classes. 2 of the oldest buildings on campus, Tomaso Hall and Knight Auditorium, are both identified by their iconic pillars. Knight was one of the first buildings constructed at the college in the 1920s, while Tomaso served as Babson's library from 1939 to 1980, before becoming one of the main academic buildings on campus. When you arrive on campus, one of the first buildings you see on the corner of College Drive and Map Hill Drive is Trim Dining Hall. The main dining hall at Babson, Trim received a facelift in 2016 that included the opening of the new Rogers Pub and Grill Room. Thank you for joining us on our virtual tour. We are looking forward to seeing you on campus in the near future. Go Babbo!
The NUMAC was formed in 1998 when the U8 expanded and offered opportunities to men's programs to compete. The conference was built on tenets of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and expanded its opportunities in sports programs through the years. And we try to focus on the success of our student athletes, both academically and athletically.
As a conference, we embody excellence in the fact that every institution has a commitment to providing a high-level competitive experience for the student athlete. Numerous top 10 finishes within the Lear field. We have national championships. We have Elite Eights, Final Fours, numerous academic and COSADA All-Americans. We push one another to be better in order to realize that ultimate goal of being the preeminent conference in Division III.
I'm a very proud member of the NUMAC conference. And so when I think about the word integrity and think about how that word really was a founding principle for the New 8 and how that has continued on as we welcome men into the conference and expand to the NUMAC, it's really, again, something that drives this conference, drives most of the decisions that we make. Student athletes, who at the end of the day, all decisions are based on what is best for a student athlete, whether that's about the competitive experience or supporting their academic endeavors as well.
The word respect means a number of things to me, especially as it is demonstrated in the NUMAC League. We have a great respect for our students, a great respect for our colleagues, and it's demonstrated in all of our not only preseason play, season play, and postseason play. And so to have that respect for each other on the field, on the ice, wherever they may be playing, for me is paramount.
It's really not about the individual institution and what they need and how they reach their accomplishments, but it's really about all of us collectively making each other better, come together as a group to really do an excellent job for our student athletes, our coaches, our families, and our institution.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Welcome to the beautiful campus of Babson College, located 14 miles west of Boston. Our athletics department features 22 varsity programs, and we are proud of our tradition of success. We are home to 5 Division III national championships and have sent 16 of our programs to the national postseason since 2015. The $52 million state-of-the-art Babson Recreation and Athletics Complex is home to the Beavers' 22 varsity programs. Completed in the summer of 2019, RAC includes a 3-court recreation center, a 2-story fitness center complete with cardio and strength training equipment, and updated locker rooms for all teams. The new 75,000 square foot space also features a new athletic training room, film room, and multi-purpose spaces for athletics and community events. Stockey Gymnasium, home to Babson's men's and women's basketball and volleyball programs, also went through a renovation last summer that included a newly redesigned floor, composite bleachers, and hand-sewn banners. The indoor track overlooks the gym and the department's varsity-only weight room, the Lunder Performance Center, while the new Hintley and Family Indoor Golf Performance Center sits next to Lunder. Morse Pool, which is home to the Beavers' men's and women's swimming and diving programs, is across from the Roger and Rico PepsiCo Pavilion. Adjacent to BRAC is Babson's Outdoor Facilities Complex. Field hockey and the men's and women's lacrosse programs play at McDowell Field. Hartwell Rogers Field features one of the top natural grass surfaces in the country for men's and women's soccer, and Alumni Field is home to the softball program. The Beavers' new state-of-the-art 8-court lighted tennis facility is a short walk from the softball complex, and down the hill is the Babson Skating Center, which houses the men's ice hockey program. A short walk from the upperclassmen residence halls and accessible from Route 135 is Gavoni Field, the home of Babson's baseball program. Finished prior to the fall of 2019, Babson Commons at Horn Library is home to technology-enabled classrooms, the Stephen D. Cutler Center for Investments and Finance, and academic resources such as the Math, Speech, and Writing Centers. Opened in the fall of 2019 during Babson's centennial celebration, Carrie Murphy Healy Park celebrates the college's long-standing commitment to global diversity and impact. The park features the iconic Babson World Globe, the Centennial Walkway, and the Fountain of Flags as a show of respect to Roger Babson in his dream of appreciating the world as a whole. Located across from the Globe, the Reynolds Campus Center is a hub for on-campus activity. Whether visiting the campus bookstore, checking your mail, grabbing a bite to eat at Crossroads Cafe, or just relaxing, Ray's is a popular hangout for students, staff, and professors. Opened in 2018, the Weissman Foundry provides a creative space for individuals, groups, and entrepreneurial startups to collaborate, experiment, and build. The Foundry has the tools and resources needed to take ideas and concepts to the next level. The Park Manor Quad, located just off College Drive, is home to 4 residents.
Getting ready for the start of the second half here. Game number 1 of the Babson Park Sectional. Rhode Island College 32, Chicago 20. As we say hello once again from Stockey Gymnasium, Tyler Davey with you. So happy to have you with us. It was a first half that was controlled by Rhode Island College. Their defense was swarming. They were great on the glass, and they really stifled what is a great offense for the number 10 team in the nation, Chicago. It's Rhode Island College with a 12-point lead. We get ready for the final 20 minutes of this one. Chicago Going to turn things around here in half number 2. They had just 7 points in the second quarter. They had 4 in the first quarter. Their last round game, as Isabel Booth picking up right where she left off. She's got 7 points. Rhode Island College spreading it around well. 10 for Nardolillo, 8 for Jones, 7 for Booth. Chicago shot 23% in that first half. Rhode Island College north of 50. Rhode Island College also +8 on the glass, a very good rebounding team. They are known for their defense. 15th in the NCAA in field goal defense at 32%. Corsinetti kick out. Janiyah Jones for 3, flush. Janiyah Jones leads all scorers. She has 11, 4 of 5 shooting. The largest lead of the game at 17. Rhode Island College wasting no time coming out of the gates. And another one and done for Chicago. Isabel Booth over for Corsinetti. Ball handler here for the Anchor women. Medberry had the pass deflected over and off to the races. Here comes Sophia North. Swatted away on the way up. Madison Medberry came out of nowhere. Well, this is all Rhode Island College, both sides of the basketball. And it was last off Sophia North. That gets the Anchor women fans to their feet. Applauding the effort. Jenna Cosgrove, gotta love what she's seeing from her team. First 22 minutes have been incredible, but it's the last 18 that will define the rest of the season. Poe able to get the roll. Marissa Poe trying to get going. She just has 3 points. She averages double figures, had a double-double last game with 16 points and 11 rebounds. Booth wild off the side of the backboard. Chicago trying to go with pace. Sophia North, mid-range jumper strong. And an offensive rebound there for Grace Hines. Chicago got some good looks off of offensive rebounds. Second and third chance points, and Hines makes Rhode Island College pay. Lead got as much as 17 for Rhode Island College, but don't think that Chicago is going anywhere. Chicago with their deep scoring can quickly get right back in the mix here. Rhode Island College trying to keep them at arm's length. Nardolillo tries her luck from 3 off the mark. Just the 14th three-point attempt of the year for Nardolillo, who got a big piece of Sophia North. Second personal on the sophomore. And the first team foul of the third quarter for Rhode Island College. Game number 30 for RIC, trying to improve to 27-3 and make it 8 wins in a row. Well, they're going to say this was a shooting foul, not on the floor. So free throws here for Sophia North. She was basically under the basket looking to pass. Chicago led the conference in free throw percentage. 75% as a team. And they're on a 6-0 run trying to claw into this deficit. Janiyah Jones off a screen, dribble drive all the way through, unable to hit the runner. Chicago trying to take every ounce of momentum out of this scoring run that they can. Hines was surrounded, was able to paddle it over to Gross. Untouched inside here. The corner, extra pass, North left open for three, bingo! Sophia North getting back to her best. She's into double figures with 10. And just like that, blink of an eye, the lead is 8 for Rhode Island College, a 9-0 run for Chicago. This was a 17-point game 2 minutes ago. Alicia Munier from the block. Munier fades away, unable to bank it in. A fight for the rebound. Last touch by the Anchor women. The narrative quickly changing here from Stocky Gymnasium. The Maroons have come to life, and their fan base can feel it. Off the window and in, Lindsey Carter, now an 11-0 run. Jenna Cosgrove keeping her timeouts in her pocket. It's a 6-point game. Next stoppage will be the media timeout. Chant is defense from the Maroons faithful here in Babson Park. Janiyah Jones with 6 to shoot. Inside Munier, unable to hit it. The rebound was snatched away by Marissa Poe. Brand new game here from Stocky Gymnasium, an 11-0 run for the number 10 team in the nation. Chicago within 6, a compelling one here in the Sweet 16. The Chicago Maroons have jolted to life, an 11-0 scoring run. And a deficit of 17 is down to just 6. Chicago with the ball. Trying to cut even deeper. Hines bouncing away in. A shot fake, unable to hit the shot, but she's going to head to the free throw line. Chicago was 24 of 34 from the charity stripe in that win against Whitman. This is a team that can put a lot of pressure on a defense. They get to the line. It was their 7th game this season with 20 made free throws. Currently 5 of 6 from the line. And that was the 3rd foul on Janiyah Jones. Keep an eye on that. Very important defender for Rhode Island College, now on the bench. And Hines has 13 points. It is a 4-point game, 13-zip. The scoring run for the Maroons. Entry pass swatted away. Here comes Sophia North. North a Euro too strong. Poe there for the offensive rebound. More free throws coming up. Corsinetti picks up the personal, just her first. Rhode Island College out of the gates with a 5-0 run to start this second half. They got the lead to 17 points. Since then, it's all been Chicago. 13 unanswered. Make it 14. Scoring drought of 4 minutes. Since then, the game has been turned on its head. Couple of threes back in the first half for Jada Bing. She has it now. Corsinetti tries to get it inside. Little fadeaway Nardalillo off the mark. Coming up empty, long pass. Sophia North unable to save it. Going for the home run pass and the fast break. It is a one-possession game. This has happened in the blink of an eye. Rhode Island College in desperate need of a bucket. Isabel Booth shook off the defender, unable to hit it. And Nardalillo, second chance points. That ends the scoring run. Nardalillo with 12, and the lead is 5 for Rhode Island College. Step back, free throw line Jay. Sophia North, conference second team honoree. Had a great start to the year, averaging just over 5 points per game in the last 3, but she is back to her best. Foul is going to go against Sophia North, junior from Pittsburgh. Under 3 to go in what has been an eventful third quarter. Nardalillo free off the inbound. She leads all scorers with 14. Rhode Island College trying to reestablish themselves here in the third. Poe on the run, able to get the roll. It is amazing how much of a momentum game basketball is. When things are going your way, every roll falls in your favor. Nardalillo, shot fake to the top. Nardalillo on the run and one. Foul on Lindsay Carter, her second. Both teams with 3 fouls here in the quarter. Rhode Island College 5 of 12 from the charity stripe as Nardalillo gets 3 the hard way, lead up to 6. Rhode Island College led by as many as 17. Hines, nice touch. Grace Hines has 15. Averaging 21 points in the last 5 games. Go along with almost 11 rebounds. Bing, open cash. Jada Bing with 9 points. It's all been from behind the arc. Perfect 3 for 3, making it rain from Stocky Gymnasium. Hines answers right back. Game high 17 points. Had her 1,000th career point in the win against Northwestern in the round of 64. Chicago hosted the opening 2 rounds. And the drive in, it's Madison Medberry, the point guard, facilitating the offense. Ross was hit on the way up. Madberry picks up her third. Foul trouble starting to rack up for both teams, and Ellie Gross, 76% free throw shooter. First point since the first quarter for Gross, the junior from Downers Grove, Illinois. Perfect trip. Final minute of the third. Rhode Island College try and go for a 2-for-1. Got to go quick. Poked away by Poe. Will stay with the anchor women. 18 to shoot. Rhode Island College losses have been few and far between, just 3 this year. Only averaged 43.7 points per game in those losses, including 34 against the host Babson back earlier in the year. Booth open for 3. Air ball went right to Janiyah Jones as the shot clock expired. Chicago can hold for the final shot. Maroon fans counting it down. Poe open for 3. Right as the quarter expires. A triple for Marissa Poe. And just like that, a 17-point game is down to 2. It's setting the stage for a spirited fourth quarter. Do not go anywhere. This is March. Tyler Davey with you here from Stockey Gymnasium. If you're not with us in person, so glad to have you watching along. You have not been disappointed. Game has been flipped on its head. Rhode Island College led by as many as 17 right out of the gates of that third quarter. But Chicago has come to life. 27 points in the third quarter. They had just 20 in the first half. Much better efficiency, starting to heat up. They are right back in this one. Third foul for Ellie Gross. Nardalillo on the free throw line. Now Janiyah Jones finds Bing, is yet to miss. Blow by, and Bing will get to the free throw line. Bella Alfaro picks up her third. Fouls mounting up for both teams. Alfaro and Gross with 3. And Jada Bing, 61% free throw shooter, misses the first. Rhode Island College now just 6 of 14 from the charity stripe. Make it 6 of 15. They have simply not taken advantage of the frequent trips. One possession game. Chicago looking to tie it or take a lead with a 3. Marissa Poe coming to life in the second half. Off the window, no. A little aggressive on the rebound there for Lindsay Carter. That's her 3rd personal. That's 3 fouls in the opening minute. Rhode Island College is in the bonus. Well, it looks like it'll be the bulk of this 4th quarter. If the fouls continue, that is going to be a huge story down the stretch. Madison Medberry calling out the shots. Finds Booth off a screen, open, and the bank. Isabel Booth with 10. Called glass on that one. A 5-point lead for Rhode Island College. Gross trying to answer right back, no. Fight for the rebound, still a loose ball. Janiyah Jones and her 3 fouls out there. 3 fouls for her and Madison Medberry. Both teams letting it ride. "20 seconds here for the Anchor women. Medberry controls the pace of the offense. LEC defensive teamer having a great tournament. Popped up in the air, turnover in the hands of Chicago. Long outlet feed. To the corner, Alfaro catch and shoot, 3 short. Jada Bing the rebounds. Rhode Island College plus 5 on the boards, 31-26. Inside, Jada Bing, mismatch, trying to back her way down through Gross. Came up just short with the layup, good look. Lindsay Carter. Hines the focal point, 17 points here tonight. 49 points in 3 tournament games. 5 to shoot, Poe's got to hurry. Kick out, Alfaro open, right wing 3 on the way. Rebound for Rhode Island College. We are quickly approaching the time when the Anchor women will be in no hurry. They can hold on to this lead. Not comfortable yet at 5. Bing for 3, her first miss from behind the arc. Hines was ripping the rebound free, and they're going to call her for it. Her first personal, team 4th. Chicago fans beside themselves. Next foul will put Rhode Island College in the bonus. Still 6:29 to go in this one. Ten to shoot here. Point guard Medberry. Janiyah Jones off the screen for 3. Chicago down 8, scoreless in this 4th quarter. A drought over 4 minutes. Gross trying to change that. Barreling her way in. Straight up defense there by Narda Lillo. A jump ball possession arrow to the Anchor women. Under 6 to go, 8-point lead for the Anchor women. Everyone gets a touch. They weave around the perimeter. Shania Jones, that was a big three for her. She's got 14 points. Slip to Nardolillo, 3 to shoot. They got to hurry. Booth with one, just got it off. Couldn't get her own rebound as Poe, great job crashing back. Both these teams had miraculous come-from-behind victories in the fourth quarter as Chicago will call a timeout with 5:06 to go in the game. Just out of sorts here offensively. It's been hot and cold for the Maroon, and they got to find it with 5:06 to go in an 8-point deficit. .506 left in regulation, potentially left in one of these teams' seasons. Right now it's Rhode Island College in the driver's seat. They lead by 8. Chicago has yet to score in the fourth quarter, trying to refine that magic they had in the third. These two teams more than capable of doing it in the final quarter. They both got their way to the Sweet 16 with come-from-behind efforts. And for Chicago in that win against Whitman, they shot just 27.8%. They're going to need to replicate that, finding a way to win while not having their best night from the floor. Catch and shoot three for Corsinetti right in front of her bench. Her first shot since the first quarter has opened up it to an 11-point lead. Brodnick backing down. Another great defense by Nardolillo. And she was fouled by Sophia North, and that is going to put Rhode Island College in the bonus for the final 4:17 of the game. Two shots here for Angelina Nardolillo. Team fouls are 5-0 in favor of Chicago. So we'll step aside for immediate timeout. 4:17 to go. An 11-point game. Rhode Island College trying to open it up. Free throws coming up for the Anchor women. Angelina Nardolillo to the free throw line with 4:17 to go. RIC went 11 of 14 from the charity stripe in the fourth quarter against Scranton to ice that game. They're going to be in the bonus the rest of the way of this one. The struggles continue from the free throw line, 6 of 16 now. Leaving the door propped open, and another miss, 6 of 17. They're better from the field than they are the free throw line tonight. Chicago running out of margin for error. It's got to be a perfect finale. Swatted out of bounds. Chicago fans irate. It is and a little bit of an imbalance in the foul department. 5-0 in this fourth quarter. Grace Hines backing her way in, unable to hit it. And a rebound for Madison Medberry, and she will just slow things down. Medberry, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. That's Isabel Booth. Rhode Island College will use up a lot of this shot clock, down to 10. And Nardolillo threw a lot of contact, unable to finish. We play on, 3.5 minutes to go. Skip pass to the corner, North for 3. North with 15, that is the first field goal of the fourth quarter for Chicago. The lead is 8. Booth trying to answer right back, too strong. A rebound to Rhode Island College. North had a chance, just slipped out of her hands. It'll give a fresh 20. Behind the back dribble, Medberry. Step back short. And the rebound couldn't be saved by Janiyah Jones. .247 to go. It'll feel like an eternity for Rhode Island College to hold on to an 8-point lead. Hines has it back, 17 points for her. Free throw line jumper gets the roll. Tense final moments, 2:20 to go. A 6-point game. Fired inside, Bing put it off the back of the backboard underneath. Chicago with it, with some pace. Knocked away by Janiyah Jones, she keeps it in. Going quickly as we play on. Under 2 minutes to go. Ross slipped it to the back door. Janiyah Jones was there. And she was harassed by Brodnick. 2 free throws coming up for the Anchor women. Clock will stop with 1:52 to go. Rhode Island College still has yet to commit a foul in this fourth quarter. Discipline late in the game. Janiyah Jones to the free throw line. A rebound shy of a double-double. Carrying her momentum from the conference tournament. Big first make. Rhode Island College really needing to step it up from the charity stripe down the stretch. They are 7 of 18 from the line. Now 7 of 19. 7-point lead. The door slightly ajar with 105 seconds left. Right wing 3, North catch and shoot. It came up short. And the ball was out of bounds, last touched underneath by Chicago. As Maria Williamson call her team into a full court press. Booth inbounding. Rhode Island College trying to break it. Janiyah Jones. They get it into the half court. Nardolillo going quick off the window. No. Rhode Island College, why were they in any hurry? They've given Chicago possession back. Hines, spinorama, picks up her dribble and is able to finish it. 21 points for Hines. Rhode Island College still doesn't need to foul. Make that Chicago doesn't need to foul. No fouls to give for the Maroon. Finally a reach in there on Marissa Poe. They'll send Isabel Booth, a 77% free throw shooter, to the line with 52 seconds left. Edge of your seat action here from Stocky Gymnasium. Booth makes the first. Ice in her veins. Down the stretch, 12 points for Isabel Booth. And a timeout, Chicago. 7-point game, 52 seconds left. Full timeout called by Maria Williamson. Do not go anywhere. Finale from Stocky Gymnasium. University of Chicago's season on life support here. 52 seconds left. A 7-point lead for Rhode Island College. And a foul called on Jada Bing. It's the first of the quarter on Rhode Island College. Inbounded to Hines, leading scorer with 21. Gross past the corner was knocked away. Rhode Island College trying to stand up defensively and just bleed the final moments off this game. 44.7 ticks. North open for three straight away, off the mark, back iron. A rebound cleanly out of bounds. And a timeout, Rhode Island College. Chicago needing to foul, 38.4 to go. Anchor women up 7. Just a 30-second timeout taken by Jenna Cosgrove. 3-time Little East Coach of the Year. This Rhode Island College team in the midst of the most historic season in program history. First Sweet 16 appearance, 38 seconds away from the first Elite 8 appearance. 2023 will be in Rhode Island College lore for a while. This team is ready to keep adding chapters. The story of this season, Isabel Booth inbound to her. That's who Rhode Island College wants the ball in the hands of at the charity stripe. Allie Gross, her 4th personal. Booth has knocked down 3 big free throws down the stretch here. Make it 4. 14 points for Booth. A 9-point lead for Rhode Island College. And a timeout taken by Chicago. Got to be perfect here in the final. 36.7. Rhode Island College in control. Chicago advances it on the inbounds. Into the front court, 35 seconds and rolling. North for three, gotta have it, off the mark. Hines was swatted on the rebound. And Isabel Booth is fouled. More free throws for the senior, 25.9 to go. Marissa Poe picks up her third. First miss of the night for Isabel Booth. The second free throw to make it a double-digit lead. She's got it. 15 points. 10-point lead for the anchor women and Jenna Cosgrove. We'll call timeout, 25.9 seconds remaining. Rhode Island College trying to put the bow on this one. Advance the first Elite Eight in school history and pick up their program best 27th win. The sectional final in the Elite Eight game will be tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. on this floor. The winner of this one will take on the winner of Babson and Marietta. Set to tip off at 8 p.m. tonight. Allie Gross gets the cup, lays it in. And a timeout, Rhode Island College, 17.7 left. Rhode Island College to inbound right in front of their own bench, 17.7 to go. They get it to Jada Bing. Chicago's got a foul. It looks like they're calling off the horses. Rhode Island College fans to their feet. The first Sweet 16 in program history has just become the first Elite Eight in the history of Rhode Island College. The anchor women are the giant killers in college basketball. They took down the number 3 team in the nation last weekend, and now number 10. Chicago's season comes to an end at 23-5 in the Sweet 16. What a run it's been for Maria Williamson, year number 3, season number 2 at the helm of this program. Rhode Island College used a great first half to their advantage. They were able to see off what was a huge push in the third quarter by Chicago. They scored 27 points. They turned a 17-point game down to 2. But Rhode Island College with enough down the stretch to punch their ticket to tomorrow. One of the last 8 teams standing in college basketball, the anchor women of Rhode Island College. Myself, Tyler Davey, the rest of us here from the Babson Park sectional. We say so long. Game 2 coming up between the hosts, the Babson College Beavers, and the Marietta College Pioneers. The winner of that one will take on Rhode Island College tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Final score one more time. The anchor women of Rhode Island College 64, the Chicago Maroons 56.